Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to discuss the stock market, the feature that we had been discussing in the previous videos. The stock market is run by greed and fear, and the greed and fear is created by the news media that is released to you. This greed and fear drives how the market is going to perform. The news is released by the companies to the news media and to the stock exchange and to the Securities Commission. These are the listing rules that allows the companies to deliver the timely information released to the market so that the investors are able to make informed decision. Well, there is the theoretical aspect of the delivery of timely information. What in fact happens is the insider trading, the insider information is leaked well before the time you will receive the information. So the market has bolted well before you have the opportunity to invest into the market. So you will always find out that you are short of information before you made any informed decision. The movers and shakers, the market manipulators are there, and they will drag the market up and down, and they will shortchange you. So if you are not in the game of playing a high risk investment market, and sometimes the market is well manipulated by the companies themselves. The companies are well aware of how the market is going to perform in the next day. So what happens is the companies will, because they are the source of information, they will take advantage of how the market is going to react, and they will buy or sell the shares themselves on the stock market. The best advice is to get into private equity, where you manage your own finances, your own wealth, and you know when to invest, how to invest, and where to invest. Publicly listed companies, when you invest in publicly listed companies, it depends if they wish to give you dividend at the end of the year. So what it equates is you lining the pockets of large companies and corporations while you are suffering. Number two, the corporate workers, the directors and the employees and the so forth, they are enjoying the benefit of your investment money. While if they wish to give you dividend, they will. If they do not wish to give you dividend, they will not. So in vast majority of the cases, give them a minimum dividends just to entice them into the market. So they keep on investing. The best manager of the money is you yourself, not others. If you are a fool, you invest into the stock market and let's see what happens. Vast majority of the cases, you will lose money on the stock market, and if you are losing money on the stock market, come to me. I will give you a timely advice and secure your financial futures going forward. You will be in control of your money. I will not be taking control, but I will lead you to control your own money and be financially savvy and secure a good financial outcome in the future. We have got professionals who will be able to advise you, financial planners, accountants, lawyers. Network of professionals will do the right thing for you as an individual. Investing in superannuation funds is one of the dangerous things you will ever do. Superannuation funds are exposed to the stock market. So they are large gamblers with your superannuation funds are being gambled on the stock market when you don't have a control over it. And you will find that superannuations in the recent years have been going down. They haven't been performing. Even a cash invested into a term deposit would have given a higher return than the superannuation fund. So gambling with superannuation fund on your stock market is not the way to go. Publicly listed companies, very dangerous. Somebody else is gambling with your money, and You do not have control over it. You can only buy, sell shares. You cannot determine where your money, how your money will be invested, and you just basically at the mercy of the directors and the financial CEOs and so forth of that company. All right. So I'll come to a conclusion that the most important thing is to move away from the stock market at the moment because of the financial uncertainties that is surrounding the world, which will continue to do. The interesting point is that the American markets is determining who's going to be the president in the United States. I mean, this is very interesting. The financial markets in the US is telling you to Barack Obama. I mean, you haven't been performing, so we're gonna thinking of changing the guards. I mean, why is this is just not on? Why financial markets are, in Europe, financial markets have been telling who's going to be the leader of a country, which I had reiterated in the previous video. This is not on. How could the leader of a nation be determined by a financial market? The financial markets are thugs. They are the gamblers. Why is the gamblers able to determine who's going to be the leader in the nation? In one day, a stock prices could go up 5-10%, fall down 5-10%, whereas the company who has is being invested or is being stripped off, their fundamental business does not change. It's driven by market sentiment. So this is ridiculous. So on that point, I will just to say the financial markets is a chivalry game that we are at mercy of. So pull out your investment, have a good think about who is going to be your political leader and leaders of a nation. I mean, now they're getting at the mercy of financial market. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, a good leader, a cook for a nation, cares for the nation, looks after the well-being of the nation, looks after the fabrics of the society. And here we go. The gamblers, they come and say, oh, you haven't made it this suitable for our gambling, so we will get rid of you. This is not all. This is a fundamental mistake. The stock market should not have been, should not be there in the first place. This is the biggest form of gambling you will ever see. You might as well go and put it on the roulette or in a casino or play a pokies. The same thing as playing with the stock market. Well, the stock market is legitimate. People are gambling away and somebody is siphoning your money. How about the stockbrokers? The stockbrokers, either you lose or gain on the stock market. The stockbrokers are having a laugh all the way to the bank. The more transaction you create, the more the money they make. So stop gambling in the stock market and be real. Take in charge of your finances, your control of your finances. This is very important in today's world. Recession is looming. Why is the recession coming? Who has created it? These financial thugs, or the financial terrorists as I call it, they are the ones who are creating poverty in our society. And they are siphoning off the money from the companies. Isn't it taking the cream off the company? While if it goes up, you siphon off the money from the company. So that is what has been happening. The financial thugs have been siphoning off from large publicly listed companies, siphoning off the money slowly. And all this drama has created a financial downturn in our society. So, yes, get out of your money off the financial market and, yeah, and you will do well. Thank you.